Hi, Toby from the Kilobits here. We're right at the front of the queue of Alien Isolation. No filming on the inside. That was a sneaky look in there, John. That was impressive. Okay, so about to go in, get a first impression, and then hopefully talk to someone afterwards. See you in a sec. Okay, so I've just come out of Alien Isolation, and so far, it's not Colonial Marines. I mean, the game itself has a very alien feel to it. The world feels very lived in. There were a couple of sort of technical issues. The game did crash, which is something that I really wasn't expecting from. I mean, even though it was pre-alpha, I was playing it, on an Xbox One, and I really thought that there would be a little bit more polish, I suppose. I mean, there were some frame rate issues. The thing to remember, though, is that this is the same demo that was been shown in January. So, I mean, obviously, things will have come on quite a way since then. As far as the actual gameplay goes, it felt like a stealth game. I mean, you had your motion tracker, which was really odd in that it also had your objective locator on it. There were also a couple of technical issues with that. Every now and then it would say, press the back button in order to bring up your map, and sometimes it just wouldn't work. So I mean, it is just a demo so far, which is another thing that I'm a little bit nervous about, because obviously the Colonial Marines demo, which was the last Aliens game, or Alien game, the last game set in the Alien universe, because this is all getting very weird and semanticsy, was, well, the demo for it was amazing, and then we ended up with Colonial Marines. All in all, though, I mean, general first impressions were generally positive. I mean, that genuinely, yeah, I'm surprised. I'm actually really surprised, because I went in, it was Sega outsourcing yet another one of their IPs, and it actually turned out to be an experience that I could finish the second time through. So, that was a lot of fun, and let's go talk to someone. So I am joined by Creative Assembly Community Manager Ngan.
Hi guys, hello.
Hello. So as far as demos go, I mean, it was pre-alpha and mine crashed. Right. And there were some frame rate issues on the Xbox One. I mean, how far along in development are Creative Assembly at this point?
Well, the crashing is really surprising, because obviously we test it out a lot and we play it a lot, and I've never ever experienced it. So I'm really sorry that you experienced that. That's very unfortunate. Obviously the game is at the stage now where we're demoing it, but we are very much perfecting it. We're polishing it. We've got really high standard of what it is that we want to actually give to everyone to play, and we want to be as faithful and as true to that heritage as possible. So obviously we're going to try and make an absolutely fantastic game, and we're not going to accept anything that's anything less than that, really. So it's going well, and we're just in that polishing stage.
Absolutely. I mean, the game did have a very alien vibe, so I mean, as far as frame rate and stuff goes, I mean, fair enough. Like I said, it's the same demo that was being shown in January, right?
Yes, it was, yes.
So I mean, development has come on quite a way since then.
It has, but obviously it is one of those things where we know what we want to put across in certainly getting you guys to experience it. This level is absolutely perfect for that, and obviously we're still sort of like polishing, perfecting, working on masses of different levels and stages, and for us quality is so high that we're not gonna scrimp on that, so we're working to make it.
I was going to say, after Colonial Marines, the idea of an Alien game which is like of high quality and like that being important to a studio it's kind of a relief to hear. It really is. I mean, did you play? I mean, obviously you're Creative Assembly, not whoever the Pitchford people were.
So yes, we're part of the Creative Assembly team, but we're the console team, so we're actually very separate, and we've been in isolation. See what I did there? We've been in isolation for a while working on this game, and for us it is our world, it's our life, and we absolutely respect the heritage of games that have come before, but for us, Alien Isolation is the first of its kind. It's single player, it's survival horror. I don't think any other game has, in terms of the Alien franchise, has done that before. Well, so we're branching out into what we think is different territory. It's going back to the first ever Alien film. We're pulling all of our inspiration from that, and that in itself makes it quite unique.
There were a lot of sort of references to the movies. I mean, I did quite like seeing the dippy birds, and like the second I saw the word Nostromo, I was like, okay, Alien. This is, you know, there's a lot of sort of iconic moments that have been almost recreated. I mean, like I realized that you couldn't actually get eaten by the alien until halfway into the demo, but that reveal.
Yeah, it's a moment that's intended to shock. He is such a force in this game, and he's huge. He's like the biggest alien I think we've had in games history. He's like 3 meters, 9 foot tall, so he has such a strong presence. And yeah, you know, we're very, very anchored into the Alien film, and we drew a lot of inspiration from Geiger and his designs that mapped into the film and then into the game. So for us, that is our mantra, really.
I am an absolutely huge Geiger fan, so even hearing that word is sort of, it set off the little like synapses. There was one other thing, which is the vertical slice nature of the demo. Can you let us know anything more about that? I mean, I remember the demo of Colonial Marines being vertical slice, so I mean, how much of that is sort of carried across?
The thing with our game is the alien is incredibly dynamic, and he reacts differently every single time. So you can play probably a level, you know, several times over and may not ever experience the same thing at all. He's so reactive. His AI is truly complex.
I gotta say, he scared the living daylights out of me a couple of times, just because like I was expecting him to go one way because I was like, this is going to be pathfinding, and then he was just there and I was like, oh, cool. Yeah,
he's very, very tricksy, and you know, it's very hard to outsmart him. So the replay value in that alone is you know, it's going to vary from from person to person. I can play through a level where all I do is crawl on my belly for about half an hour, and that's half an hour just crawling to like one stage. And we've seen, you know, people play levels in 15 minutes and then someone play that same level again in 45 minutes. So it really is dependent on how you approach it. The alien responds to you, it responds to the environment, and it's how you interact with all those different stages that's going to give you a different sort of like gameplay to someone else.
I gotta say, like for me, the key feeling that I got was, I mean, it felt like immersion was sort of really important. You've got the whole limb awareness thing going on, and like it feels like an Alien game. Like if Colonial Marines was your Aliens game, this feels like your Alien game. Sort of the same thing, but
Absolutely. Like I said, you know, we've drawn so much inspiration from the first film. The guys have lovingly called it lo-fi sci-fi. We've gone back to the 70s, like the 1970s and 1979 look of the future. And one fantastic piece of info is that we refuse to use anything that you see in the game that wouldn't have existed in the 70s. So that's how hardcore we've gone. So everything you see, you know, it is so faithful. So immersion is a massive thing, and that goes along with the audio, the sound, the art. So yeah, that's why we're stressing the fact that quality is really key for us, and we want to make sure that's perfect.
Well, I mean, when I saw that it was Creative Assembly, I got to admit, sort of, I just finished Rome Total War 2, which is why when you said we're a separate team, I was like, yes, because
we're part of one family. You know, we're in the same studio. We're one big family, but we've been focused so heavily on alien isolation, and you know, we've been kept in our own area as such. We're dangerous. We're absolutely dangerous, and you don't want to, you know, sort of like be let loose amongst us. But you know, that is our focus, and that's what we're displaying today. So yeah.
I mean, absolutely, sort of no disrespect by anything I'm saying. I mean, the demo was fun. Sort of, I had to go through it twice, obviously, but that's not a big issue. Basically, is there any other information that you can give us about the game itself, sort of about the content that we're going to be seeing? I mean, obviously, you can't say that much, but is it just going to be the Alien, or is there going to be sort of stuff from the extended Alien universe, you know, Weyland-Yutani Corp, anything like that?
So obviously, bear in mind that the background of the story is that you're in Sevastopol, which is owned by a company called Seegson, and it's a decommissioned trading station. It's a habitat that was supposedly originally supposed to house at least 400 people, and then something has happened, you've landed there. So there's that revolving sort of like environment and story as well. And then on top of that, obviously, Amanda's there to recover the black box from the Nostromo, and she's been approached by Weyland representatives, Samuels and Taylor, so there is that dynamic as well. And obviously, you know, spoilers, can't reveal too much, but everything is setting up for Amanda's story.
I'm really excited to see Amanda's story, because the only time you ever see Amanda in the movies is Sigourney Weaver's mum that they used for the picture of Amanda, which was really nice. It's nice to see more extended universe stuff. But no, well, thank you very, very much.
You're welcome.
Well, obviously, thank you. I mean, is there anything that you'd like to tell the folks at home?
Sure. If you want any more information at all about Alien Isolation, you can find us on alienisolation.com. We've got our forums there. Come join us, get involved. And we're also on Facebook and Twitter /Alien Isolation, where we've got all the latest info and news. And yeah, you know, we're really excited to be finally showing Alien Isolation to the world. So, you know, I just hope that everyone comes to love and enjoy it as much as we have, you know, enjoyed making it and getting involved with it.
Well, it's really nice to see that sort of, I mean, do you play a lot of the game?
Yeah, I mean, everyone on the team, because that's one of the biggest joys about sitting in the studio, is that you have to play the game, and we get the pleasure of going in and exploring some of the new levels and interacting with the environment. And what's great is, I know that for you guys, this is the first time you've experienced the Alien, but for us, we experience the Alien for the first time as well whenever we go and explore a new level, because we have no idea where he is or, you know, what he's about to do. It's a brand new thing, so I think everyone is very excited about it.
I mean, is sort of the stealth-based gameplay that we've seen all that there is, or are there other elements? Because I seem to be collecting a lot of gasoline.
Obviously, can't reveal too much.
Can't reveal too much.
But again, just going back to the story, I'm really stressing that everyone just remembers where they are and why they've come to Sevastopol, and you know, all will be revealed. And but the main threat is the alien, and he's always there. You have to be prepared, and you have to be ready for everything and anything, and that's, you know, that's the environment, that's the world you're put into, and that's the alien.
Sure thing. And as far as death animations go, I counted 3.
Yeah, which ones were those?
I got stabbed through the chest. He
Backwards?
he like sniffed my face a bit, and then he like ate my face with his like mouth.
There's quite a few. I mean, in our latest podcast, actually, which we put out yesterday, we talked to the animator who was responsible for creating the death animations. Yeah, there's definitely a few. It depends on what trigger you've got. Like I said, he's so unpredictable that I can't even tell you, you know, what he's going to do next. So yeah, look forward to a few.
I'm actually really looking forward to playing the full game and sort of getting a wider understanding of what it's all about.
Good.
Anyway, if you've liked this video, then why not click like and or subscribe. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/thekilobits and Twitter at twitter.com/thekilobits. Thank you very much, Ngan.
You're welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Calm your heartbeat down, because, you know, it happens to all of us.
I think so. I think so.